With all the attention on loan forgiveness these days, there's another angle on this subject. The Biden administration last year announced a waiver to make it easier for public service employees, such as teachers, firefighters, and nonprofit workers, to receive student loan forgiveness.
Nearly 9 million Americans could be eligible, but the application process is difficult, and the waiver is set to expire very soon on October 31st. Our Karen Travers spoke to some people going through it. Take a look.
Megan Hollis is a primary care doctor at a community health center in Washington, D.C.
The big reason that I chose to come and work here was just the values and the mission-driven nature of what we do.
A graduate of Georgetown University and its medical school, by the time she started her residency, Hollis had racked up an incredible amount of student debt.
It's hundreds of thousands, yeah.
Yep.
Facing a daunting repayment journey, Hollis learned about a federal program called Public Service Loan Forgiveness, or PSLF.
The only way for me personally I was able to even consider a job in community health was because of the Public Service Loan Forgiveness Program.
PSLF allows people who work in public sector jobs, such as government employees, nonprofit workers, and teachers, to apply to have their federal loans forgiven after 10 years of consistent payments. Estimates show that over 9 million Americans could be eligible for student loan forgiveness under this program. But due to a very complicated process, it's been nearly impossible to get loan forgiveness through the program. A 2018 government accountability report found that out of more than 19,000 people who applied for forgiveness, only 55 were granted it. The Biden administration moved to fix that, implementing a waiver in 2021 to loosen some eligibility requirements. It wasn't until this waiver was put in place that Twyla Carter, attorney-in-chief at the Legal Aid Society in New York, was eligible for federal loan forgiveness. But Carter still described a tricky process to finally get the relief she was entitled to.
You don't hear anything, and then you do. And, if your forms are wrong or if something's missing along the way, you don't know about it until months later, et cetera. So it's a really stressful process.
The Biden administration has touted the success of the waiver, but it's set to expire on October 31st. The Education Department announcing this week it will move to extend a number of benefits for some eligible borrowers. We spoke to people across the country who have applied for relief under this program to hear how it impacted their careers and financial decisions. For many workers, it means finally being able to buy a house or put money away for their kids' own college education, or just get a little bit of financial breathing room. Christy Saucedo has worked in education for more than 20 years. A special education teacher, Saucedo has applied for debt forgiveness in the past, but it wasn't until the Biden waiver was put in place that she saw a zero balance on her student loans.
I reapplied and I didn't hold my breath because I'm very pessimistic. When I went on the website, it said balance owed zero, and I couldn't believe it.
English as a second language teacher Andrew Reed has also worked in public schools for more than 2 decades. He now works 2 jobs so he can put extra money in his son's college fund while also making his monthly student loan payments.
My wife and I are going to be paying make these loan payments well and after we retire. And that's just the reality of the situation.
His PSLF application is in limbo. And with the clock ticking to that waiver deadline, Megan Hollis is now dealing with an unexpected twist. A notice in the mail stating that she was ineligible for the program.
Paid my minimum payment so that, as much as possible can be forgiven. But that's meant that with interest, I actually, as of today, owe more than I did when I left medical school.
But Hollis is disputing the rejection, saying she's confident she is eligible and still hoping to see a zero balance on her federal student loan payments. And if that moment happens...
Tears, lots of champagne and cheers.
Megan Hollis told us she has classmates who went into specialized fields who were able to pay down their debt while she is still drowning. But she believes her work in community health is critical, and she's hoping it's valued by the government with loan forgiveness. Amy, TJ.
All right, Karen Travers, thank you as always for that report.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.